any kind of statement that says, well, there are rules and there are rules, right? So this rule, this is a really important rule. We're going to really make sure we follow this. This rule, not so much. And I just think that's a hideously, not even terribly subtle message, a destructive message that tells people, well, we don't really have to care about all the rules, which not only I think is destructive in itself, but I think that the covert message is to folks, well, gosh, there are rules and there are rules around here, so maybe I can do some thinking for myself about what's an important rule and what's not, and maybe this rule isn't so important, so I'm just going to not really think about that. And I think you've really sown the seeds incredibly well of all kinds of employee destructive behavior when you give that message. Now, I think it's equally important to give employees the message that, in this organization, if there's a rule that doesn't fly, if there's a policy that just seems like it's idiotic, please speak up about it. We can't promise we're going to change it, but we certainly want to hear about it because maybe we haven't thought about how it might be backfiring or might be standing in your way of doing a good job, or there might be some unintended consequences that we're not aware of. So please let us know so that we can think about altering the rule, refining the rule. We can change the policy if need be. We can write a different policy that addresses our current needs better because this one's kind of old and we're a different organization now, or we didn't really realize when we wrote that policy that people would interpret it that way. There's a whole lot of ways you can change policies and procedures, and we hopefully are all open to doing that. I know in reality most of us aren't, but in theory all of us ought to be. And then not only is that better for the organization as a whole in a zillion different ways, but among that zillion different ways is that you take away the opportunity to say, again, there are rules and there are rules. And I think the importance of that can't be overstated.